afternoon, and it's nearly good evening really from us here in Gosford, here at the Grand Park Hotel, and here we are into quarter final number one, the first one that we're going to be live streaming to you back at home. Gareth Hibbott gets us underway, but he started off with a dry break. And Matt Schofield, one of the qualifiers, he's going to be a new professional for the 2024 season. So this is exactly what he's been playing towards. You know, he's had a brilliant run so far, and can that continue against the Godfather Gareth Hibbott? Remember, a former world champion. Matthew, he got through an epic style match against Lee Shepherd, another fellow amateur player, but he's also going to be turning professional in the last 16. He just won that final set, just as he was really up against it as well. Against Lee Shepherd, I think it was 2-1 down, 3-1 down in the fourth set, come back, won that set 2-2, and never looked back after that. So he's got to be absolutely beaming with confidence. And then he's just been rewarded with a dry break that Gareth has handed to him. Can he capitalise on that? So he took a positional shot here. I think that not sure what he's played there. It seems to have either gone too far, or is he okay? Yeah, maybe just elected to leave himself a double, but it's a bit of a way off there, and that's one opportunity he's missed. So Gareth back to the table. Here's a quarter final. That's just gone on in the last 20 minutes. Simon Ward, who you saw earlier, beat Mark Boyle with some fantastic clearances. He's playing Chris Bowen, and currently that is 2 frames to 1 in the first set. So I'll keep you up to date with both of them scores. I know the first 2 ladies quarter finals, they're underway as well, so I'll give you some latest scores on that very soon. But I do need to tell you, there is still a last 16 men's match going off at the moment. It's currently Jake Dillon-Newell 2, Richard Schofield 2 sets apiece, and in the fifth and final set, Jake Dillon-Newell is leading by 2 frames to 0. Jake Dillon-Newell, another qualifier. Just been told that's now 2-1. Somebody's keeping a close eye on that for me. So here we have eyes everywhere here in this hotel. You really can't get away with anything. So we'll try and keep you up to date with all the frames that are happening. But if you do want to keep up to date with some of the scores in the other competitions, the doubles, the mixed doubles, the seniors, the masters, all of them that's going off, then just go to ipapool.com, or click onto our social pages. There is some links on there as well. There's options everywhere to try and get all the live scores that's happening here at Gosford Park. So, but we're going to be concentrating on this match for for this first part of this evening's session. Matthew Schofield against Gareth Hibbott. And Gareth is looking like taking this opening frame, this simple black ball into the right middle. And he will be 1-0 ahead. And as easy as that, he is 1-0 ahead. So there's Jake Dillon. Remember, 2 frames up. Or 2-1 up, sorry, in set number for the final set. And Jake's at the table. Is he going to be looking like going 1 frame away from here? He's on these reds. I think the 2 reds above the yellow in that right-hand side, just right-hand side of him. It'll take some developing. He's trying to develop them now. Don't think it's gone right. What has he got on? Has he got anything on? Has he got a double on? Is that yellow in the way? Looking at his reaction. He's not giving a lot away. I know that. Richard's up at his seat. He's having a quick look himself. Yeah, it could be a containing shot here. Or does this red pass that red? Yeah, so I'll keep you up to date with how that frame pans out, but if that does go close, we'll probably go to a little bit of coverage for that one, especially as this is in very early stages, and we all love to see a little bit of tense drama, don't we? I know I do. Hopefully all you guys and girls at home enjoy all of that as well. I really do hope that you're all enjoying today's coverage. Hopefully you're going to stick with us throughout this evening's session. So Matthew Schofield broke off, and he's got the same result as Gareth Hibbott. Dry. Look at that yellow, just rattles in that corner. How didn't that drop? Probably just down to a little bit too much power. So frame 2. Gareth electing these yellows, just trying to develop the black. Pretty good shot, very solid. And you've got to say, if he gets on that yellow in the top half of the table, because there's plenty of room to thread the cue ball through. It's all about the pace. Chris Bowen pulled the frame back. 2-2 now in that first set against Simon Ward. Oh, and Gareth Hibbott just missed that yellow. Didn't expect that one to be chucked in at this early stage. I know he's had a bit of an epic classic with Liam Dunster early on today. You know, these are very, very long matches. Best of 5 sets, best of 7 in each set. Play lots of frames here to try and get through. And there's still another days of action to go to find out who is going to be the 2024 IPA World Champion. 2 finals we'll be having tomorrow, the men's and the ladies. So they'll be down to a semi-final stage after tonight's play, both of them. And we'll hopefully be bringing you both semi-finals tomorrow, the ladies' final, and then finally the men's final. A bit more update on that, because there's definitely a lot more action to come your way. There you see it, look, Jake Dillon did take that frame 3-1 up now, so he is only 1 frame away from getting himself a match against Mark Farnsworth, who you just watched on this TV table in the previous match. The qualifier, Jake Dillon. He's going to be causing another upset, beating professional player Richard Schofield. Is there going to be 3 qualifiers in this last 8? Or is there just going to be the 2 the two at the moment is Matthew Schofield, who's currently playing, and then Amir Riyad Abdiletti, and he's going to be on this TV table next against Andy Crosdale. So I'm being told that Schofield broke in that fifth frame in the final set. Potted the ball. Got a yellow, but looks like he's tied a yellow up of his as well, just as he was going through the motions. And there you can see that yellow. The one he's probably closest to, that's the one that he has tied up. So it looks like the information I received is correct. But it doesn't look like this is easy for Richard Schofield. You know, when you're 3-1 behind in the last set, you want to make it a lot easier than what's on show there. One frame each. Matthew Schofield, Gareth Hibbott.
Frame 3. Gareth Hibbott to break. Frames are tied at 1 each. Time running.
Let's go back to this match now. I think there's going to be a little bit of thinking going off in that match with Jake Dillon Newlove. And incredibly, it's the third dry break in a row. 2 for Gareth Hibbott so far, and 1 for Matthew Schofield. So, Matthew, I mean, they do look a little bit scrappy. Not sure how much of that red's sticking out in the top right-hand corner, just above the baulk line. Collecting the reds, so it feels like there could be enough gap to try and pot that. But the one on the left-hand cushion, that's going to need a bit of developing. Then he's going to have to track down to the one on the bottom cushion. This clearance is far from easy. Probably I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a containing shot at this stage of the match. Just trying to tie it up a little bit. You know, in these matches sometimes it's really, really nice to get off to a good start. But as we've seen throughout, you know, a lot of players have been 2-0 up, and the next minute they're under absolute extreme pressure because it's come back to 2-2, and a lot of the players, when it has happened like that, have lost the last set. But yeah, containing shot it is from Matthew. Nothing wrong with that, no matter what stage of the match. Let's try and give him a little bit of thinking time, get him try and develop another ball or two. Gareth, you know, when you're at the table, you can make something happen. And straight away, it does make something happen. Don't want that yellow drop in, but it has dropped. I know he puts his hand up in apology. Well, I think it was like an apology, but I'm not sure that's going to favour him in any way, shape or form, because he played a pretty good shot there. Got to say, a little bit unlucky to knock that yellow in. So, is he going to be attacking? So does that yellow go to top left? Has he got an angle to get the one off the cushion? Has he got one to play off this bottom cushion and come up and try and knock it out? He's got options to be attacking. It's just about how he feels. This is his break. I know it was dry, but he's back to the table. Does he feel like it's an opportunity that he can take? He has always been a very ultra-attacking player, but he's missed another one in that corner. Very slow start from the Godfather. Gareth Hibbott. Not quite settled in on this TV table yet, but you know, neither of these players have played on here currently for this championships. Been told that Richard Schofield did win that fifth frame, so whether he cleared up from there, I mean, if he's cleared up from there, that was a fantastic clearance. I'm being told he did as well, because even he was looking a little bit sort of puzzled about what he's going to do. But he's found a way, and he's found a way. He's 3-2 now, but I think it's going to be Jake Dylan Newlov's break next. I think. I'm assuming it is. And so that means he's going to have to hope to get a chance in that frame. Maybe with a dry break or a missed pot. We'll keep you up to date with that one. So, Matthew just keeping it tight. Both of these players have got a pocket each. So, yeah, it's got the...
Next doubles is on table 15, Guthrie and Biddle and Ringham and Tucker. Guthrie and Biddle, Ringham and Tucker, table 15, please.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of cat and mouse in this frame, I think. Just all trying to just gain, you know, that extra advantage, give them some insurances while it's going off. Well, I did thought that was just going to hang there then. I think Matthew would have been very happy that hanging. Because this red on the bottom cushion, I'm not sure at all. I think it does. Just looking at the overhead view, I think that red does pass that yellow as well. But has he got a pot on? Does that red that he's closest to now, does that pass that yellow? But the cue ball could be everywhere. Got to be careful. The red does go. Great shot. But look where that black's gone. Terrible bit of luck there. Terrible. That went far away. If he's got a bit more power on that, that could have really tracked towards that pocket. Instead, handed the table back to Gareth. These yellows are surely there to be taken. Yeah, nicely done. So this yellow, let's cut this back into the blind pocket. And he'll leave himself the simple yellow into the opposite corner. There's Jake Dylan Newlove, this black then, to go through to the quarter-finals. And there you see it, Jake Dylan Newlove continues causing the upsets, and he is safely into the quarterfinals. Only just by a couple of frames, but he's in there. That's been an absolutely epic match. Kicked off about 3 o'clock, so 3 hours. That's what we allow for matches, and you know, it's pretty much on schedule. Well played, Jake Dillon. New love, another one of the qualifiers, and he's been rewarded with a tricky tie against Mark Farnsworth, former world champion from 2019, former number 1 IPA player, Mark Farnsworth. He'll be on at 8 o'clock, so he's got, you know, an hour and a half, a little bit of rest, trying to get a bite to eat, freshened up, and he'll be back on later on. So we're going to be hearing a lot more about Jake Dillon, New love. Back on this table, Gareth did go on to clear them couple of balls up, and he's now leading 2-1, so we are back on serve. Another look at the Matt Schofield break. Remember, we've had 3 dry breaks in a row at the moment. Can Matthew change that? He's got a ball, he has changed it. Just looking at this. First glance, they look tricky. Has he got an opening pot? Yeah, looks like he's playing red onto yellow onto red. So if he's hoping to take these reds here, don't want that. Oh, he's missed the plant. Just trying to make sure that yellow came out the way, and he's just got too much into it. Hit it too thin. And he's missed a pretty easy plant really that you'd expect him to get. Because if he did clip that red, I mean the yellow comes even further away. So it'd probably not even been in any vicinity to block him from anything. So handing the table back to Gareth, and we've seen mistakes from both of these players early doors. So neither has settled just yet. So this is all pretty simple stuff now from Gareth. Collected them yellows, and he's made very, very light work of them. There's our other match. Just it looks like Simon is just getting a bit of a loosener. It looks like possibly that first set's over. Let's have a look, and Well, it was 3-3, and Chris Bowron, he's taken the opening set by 4 frames to 3. And just pretty much like Simon's first set against Mark Boyle, he lost that first one as well. Did go on to take the next 3. Is that going to be a similar story here, or is Chris Bowron seems to be playing very, very well indeed today?
Leading 3 frames to 1. Time running.
Gareth Hibbott a frame away now from taking the first set. He's not got a break, not got a ball off the break yet, but he has this time. Cue ball's safe. What's it looking like? I mean, that looks a bit of an untidy left-hand side there. Yellows, you've got to say, are probably favourable, but the black is covered by that red as well. Is there enough space to get a potting angle towards it, or is he going to have to dislodge it out? Yeah, so I like this. Yellow onto yellow. Pots that yellow over the pocket and gains a little bit of control over that corner pocket as well, but don't want to be too close to this yellow. He's going tracking towards now. So he's looking at that black now. It just feels like there's enough room to pot that black. I mean, he'll know because he's right behind this shot. Now camera angles will be a little bit deceiving for us to try and judge that. Great pot and just nudges his difficult yellow out. Now, he just needs to work out the pattern here. Just making sure he takes these in the right order, just so he's got a shot then of getting on that black. He's looking again. That's where he wants the cue ball when he does finally pot his final yellow. That's just dropped. Nicely done. So, key shot coming up then. You'll see him come round again, try and work out exactly where he wants that cue ball. Seems to be pretty good here. Just going to drag this in. We'll touch the traitor side and nicely done. Break and run out there for Gareth Hibbott, and he is now 1 set to the good. Matt Schofield, he's got work to do. They've both had a good few errors, probably a couple of errors each really. And Gareth is capitalised the most. Chris Bowron though, once set up, but he's missed a pretty simple ball in there, and you saw a little bit of emotion already from him. He used to try and control that a little bit. Simon's back to the table, especially after that big win against the number 1 seed, Mark Boyle. And anybody that's not seen any of the clearances that Simon's had, we've got them all over our social media pages. I mean, some of them are absolutely spectacular. You get a chance to have a look. They are definitely worth a watch. Don't be afraid to share any of our posts. The more people we can get watching, and the more benefit it is of keeping our live streaming going. and especially bringing this excellent coverage that you're seeing since yesterday. So I'm just taking his time around here, just trying to work out his best pattern. Just while Simon's working out his pattern, and Gareth's nipped out for a comfort break. As I said, the ladies' quarterfinals, they've started. So we've got Brianna Graham and Savannah Lowe. Brianna Graham has taken the opening set already within about 40 minutes. So she's 1-0 to the good. Remember, only the best of 3 sets in the ladies. Race to 4s. Viv Rusco, the partner of Gareth Hibbott. She's playing Chloe Payne, and Chloe Payne has knocked out 2 of the favourites for this tournament, Deb Birchall and Rachel Tucker, and she's continuing her form by winning 2-0 in the opening set against Viv Rusco. Like I said, there will be another 2 quarterfinals to come for the ladies. Beck Sweeney against Kelly Egan, and Lauren Chandler against Kiera Whitcomb. I'll keep you up to date with all them scores throughout. Simon, though, he's going about his finish here, especially after that miss against Chris Beaumont. Not sure if Gareth's come back into the arena yet. If he hasn't, we will keep with this coverage. It looks like he's back now. Matthew Schofield, he'll be breaking off in set number 2. But he's 1 set down already. Took a little bit of pace off that break. He's got a ball. That's the important thing. Taking these yellows, just trying to work out a bit of a pattern. It's not straightforward for me yet. I'm going to have to win that ball over the middle pocket. That's going to be the key shot. Even an angle here, and that's going to open up his tied up yellow. So just needs to, he can play just to knock the red out, but again needs to be careful with that. I don't want that going close to any black or another yellow. So just dropping it out, don't want to hit it too hard. Played it pretty well. A bit of a bonus is onto the one to the right centre as well. I think he's pretty much straight on that as well. Might elect to take that one first. And he is doing. Nice shot. So he doesn't look like he's left himself much angle on this one down into the bottom left hand corner. Short shot he's going to be trying to get on next. It all depends on the angle he's got here. It looks like he's drawing this back off the top cushion, or can he just drop it through for the yellow? Oh, it does go, that yellow. I didn't even think that yellow went in the centre. I'm assuming he's played for the yellow in the centre. And then the yellow possibly in the bottom left. Don't look like he's got all the pocket here. And that's probably caused him to overcook that, because he did need to get that into the far knuckle of the pocket. Handed back this table to Gareth Hibbott, and Matthew, he just really hasn't settled yet. A little bit of hampered cue in here. I wouldn't say it's going to be a problem, but it's probably stopped him from getting close to these reds in the top half of the table. Well, should be able to just hold this nicely, maybe. Yep, just played it with trace of stun and side off the top cushion, just leaving himself a nice angle, and again, probably play this with trace side, just kick off nicely down the cushion. And he's left the simple black into the bottom left hand corner. It looks like he's going to be taking this opening frame in set number 2, and he does. So it's going to be Gareth to break in the second frame in this set as well.
Gareth Hibbott to break, leading 1 frame to 0. Time running.
Oh, he's got a ball.
Attention please.
Got one of each. So looks like he's going to play the red off the yellow, big pocket. These reds down at this bottom end of the table, they're there for the taking. Could be opening up a 2 frame lead here in set number 2. He's lost the cue ball though, Gareth has. Has he been fortunate? Does that red go into the left centre? It's not what he played. He's got right into that one. The clock though, we won't be waiting for him to make a decision. It's ticking down. He's got to play off the red. He has got to play off the red, and that's a great effort. Only just misses. But it doesn't look like he's left Matthew anything. Nothing easy anyway. Matthew hide the cue ball anywhere. Who is he? Gonna have to like just conjure something up to try and pot something. Has he got an element of a shot to play safe? I think the way that the Gareth Reds are spread around on the table, it's going to be difficult to hide the cue ball anyway. He's tried to hide the cue ball, but he's left it on in the left-hand side of that black spot. So, another chance for Gareth. I'd say he's a little bit fortunate not to, after a bad shot really, a bad positional shot, he was fortunate not to leave Matthew anything. I think he had a bit of a gist of where the cue ball was going. So, but obviously the way the balls were scattered around for Matthew, it was horrible. But another loose shot from Gareth, especially just landing glued to that side cushion. dear. I think he's left this one in the top half of the table. How close can Gareth get to the one on the bottom cushion? Yeah, that's the only problem with the red that was over the pocket. And you do play it a bit more power, it just stuns off it and swerves onto the top cushion and stays in that same area. Is it in this with a better pace? Now he's left Matthew a chance, and what's worse for Gareth, that red, it looks like it's gone safe. Matthew just needs to be careful about his work here. Don't want to be leaving Gareth any free shots at this red. Oh, just deciding to elect another safety. Always dangerous. If only a one cushion escape, you feel he might hit this with a bit more pace again. You don't want to be giving away one free shot, one visit, so it is imperative that he hits the red. He has hit the red. Has he got lucky? Has he made some damage? Yeah, he's tied a yellow up, you see. You'll probably see Matthew. He'll be playing probably another containing shot. But that red is very close to that corner pocket. You don't want to be leaving him any easy one cushion escapes, because he'll be close to that red going in that pocket. So I just cut out that one cushion escape and done a pretty good job. Now Gareth, does he try something extravagant, or has he got one cushion escape down the this right hand side? Yep, I'm going to play this off definitely two cushions, maybe three. He's going tracking towards the red, but he's also tracking towards the pocket. That's the only problem with that shot, it opened up that pocket a bit. So this is what Matthew's been playing for the one free shot, one visit. So again, he just needs to leave himself the correct angle here, because the black ball goes in pretty much only the left hand pocket. I mean, he could play this one or two ways. He could play the one in the bottom left hand corner with that clock clicking down. Needs to check this back up. Needs to leave himself an angle. What angle has he got? Can he pinch the pocket, or has he landed straight? I think he's okay. He can just. It might come off the side cushion. He's coming off the side cushion. Played it pretty well. Really took his time over that black, making sure that he did pot it.
Frame.
And pot it he has. It's 1 frame apiece in set number 2. Gareth just looks pretty calm sat there. It'll be Matthew to break here in frame 3 in set 2.
Frame 3, Matt Schofield to break. Frames are tied at 1 each. Time running.
So Matthew Schofield to break. It's another dry break from Matthew. At the moment, the break's been very inconsistent for both players. Not getting many balls off the break at all.
Attention, please.
Again, Gareth's just lost the cue ball a little bit. I mean, it won't be a problem because I think he wanted to take the one in the top half of the table first, but he just needs to just re-navigating a little bit now. Shouldn't be a problem. So back to the other match here. Still 1-0 to Chris Boron, but Simon is 2-0 ahead in set number 2. But Chris is at the table. Again, these reds don't look easy for him.
Frame 4, Gareth
Looks like he's going to have to trickle that red up into that left centre.
Time running.
Gareth Hibbott breaking once again. 2-1 he leads. And the set to 0 up as well. Good power. He's got a ball. He's got 2. Has he got 3? Not quite. So, I mean, looking at the opening shot here, I mean, it's a little bit untidy.
Attention, please.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a decision here. He has got an easy opening pot, but it's all about whether he wants to be on red or yellows. Either way, it will have a tricky situation that he's going to have to develop. Remember, next match up, Amir Riyad Abiletti will be playing Andy Crowsdale. That match will be coming up straight after this one. That will be, the third quarter final. The other quarter final will be Jake Dillon Newlove against Mark Farnsworth. That will be going off on one of the outer tables. After them 2 matches, we will then see the conclusion to the semi-final draw, which will be then played tomorrow afternoon. So, Gareth just trying to find a bit of control, and he's got control in the top right hand pocket and the bottom left hand pocket a little bit. Not really giving Matthew too much to go at, and just now Matthew, he's trying to gain control of his bottom left hand pocket, which he has done, but he's potted the red. That is not what he wanted, but he has also nudged the yellow over, which he played, just to give him a little bit more insurance and on that right hand side. So trying to develop something out, and a clever shot there from Matthew. Good thinking. What can Gareth do here? Is he going to be looking at the combination shot? Is he going to leave the one in the middle, try and get himself anywhere near? Or is he just going to try and hide the cue ball somewhere? I think with that, the way that that's come out, that's not going to be possible at this opportunity. I don't think he's left himself an easy pot either. Is he just going to trickle a yellow over that red? Is that the right shot to play? Either way, he's got rushed into a bit. He was under a bit of shot clock pressure. So, after you feel like he's just going to develop this red. Yeah, feels like he's not under any pressure. Oh, where's the cue ball, Matthew? And you saw the frustration there in the way that he's knocked the table as well. I mean, I'm not sure why he's not really had a go at that. Just could have played the one in the top right, the one on the right hand side of the 2 above the baulk line, and then just trickled that red down into the corner, and the frame could have just opened up for him. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's not really had a go at that, but he hasn't. Let's give Gareth a 1-3 shot, 1 visit, and he's probably give him a good chance here to go 1 frame away from taking this this second set as well. Will be Matthew's breaking frame 5 in this second set, if that is the case. I mean, Gareth's still at the table. One nice little cannon here. Doesn't really have to do a lot with the cue ball. And this is simple stuff from the Godfather, Gareth Hibbott, punishing another error, you've got to say, from Matthew Schofield. And he easily puts the black ball into the bottom left-hand corner to take a 3-1 lead in set number 2, making very light work of this. There's Amir Riyad Abialetti. He's just awaiting him to be on next on this table. Sat there as I see on the Maschini. This Bowen's pulled a frame back in set number 2. 2-1 now. Simon Ward leads in this second set. Simon is at the table. Again, doesn't look like it's too easy. So we've got a bit of work to do. So Matthew Schofield, after that error in this previous frame, is breaking off in frame number 5. Good pot, very controlled white. Selecting the reds. I mean, they're not bad. It all depends on these two that's in the middle of the table. You need to dislodge them out. Does one of them go? Yeah, it looks like he's left a gap here. This is a clever shot. I like this. Played that well. So I don't think they both went. Very good. So all about navigating this cue ball down table through the gap of the yellows. Can tell you on that other match, Chris Bowen, Simon Ward. Simon Ward did go on to clear them up. So he's 3-1 ahead now in that second set. Looking likely he's going to level that match up. You feel like if Matthew Schofield's got any chance of levelling this match up, he's got to take this frame. He's got to take this chance. But he's got to get on this black ball as well. What can he do with this? He's going to try and move the yellows. He's going to try and trickle up. All depend on the angle he's got here. He's just going to leave himself a shot. This is far from easy, especially when you're trailing 1-0. 3-1 in the second set. Big shot for Matthew Schofield. He's going centre. He's going to the top corner. He's off to the top corner, and it's there. What a great solid shot there from Matthew Schofield. Very good indeed, especially when he's under the cosh a little bit. It's 3-2 now. He's going to have to just wait and see if Gareth is going to give him a chance. Gareth seems to have got his break working a bit, you know, really accelerating, getting some great power. You know, sooner or later, he's going to motor on Gareth. So Matthew don't want him to get too far ahead. It looks like Chris has broke off, potted red. But electing, possibly taking yellows, is he? Or is he playing? Yeah, he is taking yellows. And a great opening pot that is from Chris Beaumont. The bazooka.
Gareth Hibbott to break.
The bazooka against the boomerang. How about that one? It's got all makings of a classic match them to have. Very flamboyant players. And his wish is granted. Matthew Schofield's patience has paid off. Shot. Good opening pot. So is Matthew now going to level this up in set number 2, in which he will be then breaking in the deciding frame in this set. If it does go on to clear up these yellows here, all in the top half of the table, so it's also all about making sure he leaves the correct angles, so we can take these out in the right order. Nice solid pot again from Matthew. He's definitely settled a lot more in this match, and when he's like this, he's dangerous. He really is. Again, he's just punching these yellows in, showing him some authority. It's always a good sign, you know, to show your opponent, you know, you're not out of it yet, and you just keep slamming them in the middle part of the pocket. It's always a nice feeling. Matt just needs to hold himself together here. He's going to have a good chance of clearing this up and taking it to a deciding frame in set number 2. Oh, that looked a little bit jabby, but he's going to leave himself a shot. He'd have loved a little bit more angle though. I feel like he needed to fizz that off that cushion a little bit more than he did. But he's going to leave himself a shot. He's definitely going to have a shot at this black ball in the corner. Just how close can he get to it? He's trying to play it with power. Don't want to be hampered cueing. Tell you what, that's a nice little nudge off that red, just to make sure he didn't have any hampered cueing. This is all about cueing very still indeed. Keep that head still, Matthew, and you'll be in with a chance. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. 3 apiece in set number 2. As I said, Matthew Schofield will be breaking off in this deciding frame in this set. So Chris Beaumont did go on to clear them yellows up. So it's now 3-2 to Simon Ward. Simon still 1 frame away from levelling this up at 1 set apiece, but he is breaking in this frame. Needs a ball. He needs a ball. Stay with this one, see if he gets a ball. Is it looking dry? Oh, it is dry. Opportunity, Chris Beaumont. Matthew Schofield then needs a ball himself. Can he get one off this break? Has he got one? Anything track into a pocket? Nothing. It's dry. Gareth is back to the table. He's had more than his fair share of dry breaks, Matthew has. Tell you what, at first glance, These reds don't look... as I said, red balls here. This is a good opportunity now for Gareth. Right, so Gareth still at the table, trying to just take these reds out. Just as Gareth's going through this finish, I've been delightful to say that I've been joined in comms by my regular sidekick, definitely this week, is Stephen Walker. Stephen, welcome back.
Great to be here again.
Hope you've told the world that you're coming back, because I know you've got plenty of followers out there.
Yeah, I seem to have a growing following in the commentary world. Apparently I'm better at commentary than I am at pool, so that's not a bad thing.
Well, I'm not going to let you talk about that difference, but delighted to have you with us. And just as you're sitting down, Gareth Hibbott's also sitting down, 2-0 up. He's got to be feeling very happy with himself. And Chris Bowen, Simon Ward just had a dry break there. Simon Ward 3-2 up in this second set. Chris Bowen's going about this finish, and he's going to be breaking in the deciding frame, providing he does get this yellow down the cushion and pots the black as well. So all of a sudden, he could be 2-0 up against Simon Ward, who you've seen earlier on playing Mark Boyle.
Well, Simon was one of the guys that we were speaking about earlier. Yesterday we spoke about him being in a couple of finals over the last few years, and he was mentioned earlier of possibly being one of the winners for this after beating Mark. It looked like he was going to be in with a shout, but
he's made 2 world finals as well, losing that one in 2018 to Ben Davis, and the one last year to Clint Jansen. He'd love to go one better. It's his dream, I know it is. I mean, even when I was interviewing him after the Mark Boyle match, he's just one match at a time. We'll see how it goes, and but he feels like he hopes it's his time. But if he does go 2-0 behind here, we know how well Chris Bowen's been playing, because he's knocked out Joe Attard earlier, 3-1. And he plays some terrific stuff in that, real top quality finishes, etc. I know Simon's had his fair share, which we've all seen this afternoon on today's coverage. But we're going to stick with this for a minute, because obviously some of the guys have just nipped out for a comfort break in the main TV table. So important frame here for Chris. Important frame for both of them.
Yeah, it's
you've got to say.
We have noticed over the course of the week, even if you go two behind, you're always in the match. There's always a chance, always an opportunity. But I think you would rather be 1-1 than be 2-0 behind in sets. So it's a huge frame for both players here.
I think he's got a yellow. He has got a yellow.
Yep, he's got a start.
Doesn't look too tricky, all depending on obviously the yellow and the red in the bottom half of the table is his only problem.
Yeah.
Opening pot, definitely got an easy one on yellow. Has he got an easy one on red? Doesn't look like it, it's easy. So is he going to be forced into yellows here and just try and keep control of the table and go about his finish? I mean, because that yellow in the bottom half table does go in the opposite corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Hibbott to break, leading 2 sets to 0.
We'll keep you up to date with that one. We'll back down to probably the main table in a minute. We are 2 sets to 0. Gareth Hibbott leaves, and he's also breaking off in this set. Very dangerously close to that top corner. Losing the cue ball.
It's a good break off. It's just a bit awkward at the
Lot
bottom.
of power.
Yep.
Lot of power.
He's lucky he kept the white on the table there, but he's got a ball. He's at the table. It's just the red just below the yellow that's a bit awkward here, so he's having a look at that right now. I think he might drop this in and try and leave himself an angle on the one closest to the yellow and red, and maybe play it in off the cushion, flicking the yellow out the way. I think that's what he was looking at a moment ago, so we'll see. Yeah, he's left it exactly where he was planning. This is a key shot here.
You feel if Gareth gets these, this is going to hurt Matthew, especially when he's going to come back to the table, losing that last set and then coming back already a set down, but it's gone wrong. It's gone wrong. Just didn't really, I don't know, didn't really grip to the cushion, just slid. But these are new cushions, new cloth. I know we always say it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
They play so slidey, and it's wasn't an easy shot that Gareth had there, but I must admit I thought he would have played it with a bit more pace just to make sure that he got through. The worst case, he would have been on the ball at the top, but unfortunately for Gareth, he didn't commit to it properly, I don't think, so he's giving Matthew a chance back at the table.
Yeah, Matthew probably didn't really expect this chance, and just trying to tie it up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Got a pocket each.
Yeah, it keeps him in the frame, keeps him in there fighting. Nothing really easy for Gareth here, so it's a good shot from Matthew Schofield.
Yeah, now this is a time where Matthew's got to limit the mistakes, because one too many, and he could find himself out of this championships. Oh, that double kiss off that yellow then.
I think it did.
It's a very loose shot. Not sure he's meant that in any way, shape or form.
No, he's not getting any advantage from it, because obviously Matthew can bring the white behind the yellow, open both balls up at the same time here, so...
Yeah, I just feel like it's double kissed off it and just kicked into the red. Yeah, because one developing shot here, he's just got to make sure this red gets well out of the way.
Yep.
You don't want to be tracking anywhere close to this yellow. Or any of the yellows. Oh, was that one okay? It should be all right.
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Just had the right amount of pace on it there, just to give himself a chance. Didn't want to...
Cue ball.
Oh.
Cue ball. I think if that top yellow goes, don't think he's got all the pocket, but he'll be fortunate if it does go. He just lost that cue ball.
We had a shot similar yesterday with Liam Dunster. We thought he couldn't squeeze the ball in, and he played almost half the pocket, so I wonder if he can just about slide this in. It's what kind of shot he's got after it, because I don't think he can play this at any kind of pace.
Yeah, and then it's down to position, isn't it? It's not going to be having a lot on, but then again, this might slide off that knuckle.
Yep.
Yeah, it slides
he's
off.
Okay. So a big mistake from Gareth allows Matthew Schofield to get himself back in with a chance. And looking like going ahead in this set with the break next.
I mean, if that's, yeah, so this black ball. And there you see it, the black is deposited in the bottom left hand corner. I wonder if that frame's still going off between Chris Bogon and Simon Ward. As Chris won that frame to take the 2-0 lead. Let's have a quick look. They're still playing. Still 3 each.
So it looks like Chris has got low on the yellow and tried to pot it in the far corner, but hasn't managed it, so
probably didn't leave himself enough angle to, but it is out in the open for him now. And Simon, that'll be a worry to him, because again, not sure he's got an opening pot on red here. So he's got one in the top right, the last screen, the one in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like he has a chance on reds here. I think it's the one just below the yellow, closest to the black, that looks the most awkward, but I think it's his start-off shot that's the hardest there, so still a lot of pull in that frame.
Matthew Schofield, his break hasn't been working.
And is it dry again?
Wow. Oh, these look very untidy indeed.
Yeah, Matthew's break has been a big issue so far in this match. And again, he comes up dry, giving Gareth a chance to get to the table and maybe take control of this frame. It looks like there's a lot of pull to be played in this frame. Gareth looking to see if he can maybe manufacture something, open up some of the balls. Oh, he was hoping to do it in the very first shot there. That didn't. Obviously the camera view gives a slight difference to what Gareth can see closest to the table, but it didn't look on. It always looked like it was going off the knuckle. And it did go off the near jaw. But I think he's got a bit fortunate here. Matthew's getting nothing easy. That might be the shot. A 3-ball plant. If he can get the yellow slightly out the way and playing this shot, he may have a chance on these reds. But again, they're very, very difficult, that's for sure. And guys, it's me on my own just now. Mark has had to pop out for a wee moment, so I will hopefully keep you guys going. There's definitely nothing easy here. There's a lot of work to be done in this frame. Big shot. So he's got that one out, and that was always the issue. Was he going to be on anything else? He's tried to play both shots in one, get the one out next to the black. I think he was hoping to get the black out as well at the same time. Unfortunately, the yellow didn't slide away. I think he had to play it off at maybe half ball kind of thing, but it's left things a bit awkward here. Played the double and he's played it well. Now, what kind of opportunity has he got here now? The black isn't easy. Both reds down at the bottom aren't easy. I mean, it's a pretty simple plant. The red should go over towards the other bottom right hand pocket, but there is still some work to be done here. Yeah, I think that's a shot to come down and play it now. The big question is how these come out. Does the red go across? Maybe giving him a chance to have a ball close to the black that he can play out. If it stops, and it's just overran ever so slightly. I don't think he can play it now. Oh, not on this shot. I think if he takes the ones at the top, gives himself a better angle, he'll have a chance. He's giving himself a nice angle here, so He has got a very good opportunity to get himself down. Probably wants to be round about the centre of the table, giving himself just enough angle to try and get into the black. Anywhere towards the middle. He's gone exactly that route. He just needs it to slow down. It looks okay. Massive shot in the grand scheme of this match. He's decided to play the double. It does look like quite a big pocket, so he's got a lot of room to aim. Massive shot. And he's came short. I think that's because of the yellow that was closest to the black. I think he's worried about clipping that, and he's overestimated. And unfortunately, he's giving Gareth Hibbott a fantastic chance to level up this set. And the first shot is absolutely perfect. Unfortunately for Matthew, he's just slightly overdone the double. I don't think he had all the angle that he was looking for because of the yellow closest to the black. Unfortunately for Matthew, the fortune has favoured Gareth here. And this is a great chance for Gareth Hibbott to level up set number 3. Whilst he's already 2 sets to the good. And Simon Ward goes down and strokes in the black ball, and a massive frame there. That is a monumental match that's going on between Simon and Cuesports. And back to the finish on the main table right now. Gareth Hibbott at the table against Matthew Schofield. Matthew missing the double, allowing Gareth to have an opportunity here. And just has to concentrate, dropping this in. Yeah. So he's not got too much work to do now. It looks quite straightforward. Gareth will stroke this black in to level up set number 3 at 1 apiece. And Gareth Hibbott will be breaking in the next frame. And just to confirm, guys, it is 1 set apiece, Simon Ward and Cuesports, after the black ball we've seen a moment ago from Simon. And as you can see, guys, the quarter-final bracket on your screen right now. The route to the final is there for everyone to see. So some massive matches still to come. Some great pool on show for you all right now. So stay tuned, guys. And there's the scoreline on the board for you right now. Matthew Schofield 1 apiece here with Gareth Hibbott in set number 3. Gareth leads 2 sets to 0. And it will be Gareth to break here.
Frame 3. Gareth Hibbott to break. Frames are tied at 1 each. Time running.
Gareth with the break-off shot. Is he getting a ball here? Is this dry? And it looks dry. Has he left anything easy here? You see the break-off here. Nothing really troubling a pocket apart from the yellow that just shaved it. It was like the last ball moving. How many times have we seen that? It doesn't look like he's left Matthew anything easy at all here, but he's at the table. And he has a chance to affect this frame in his favour. It Looks like he might just play a simple safety shot just to contain. That's exactly what he does do. Gareth will come to the table. Again, he's the same situation here as Matthew. There's not a lot of major opportunity. I think the two yellows at the bottom right hand side of the table are the ones that are the biggest issue. It looks like, I don't know if Gareth will be aggressive here. He might just go for, yep, he's just slid off the yellow. I don't think he was intending to pot that. He might have been, but I don't think so. I don't think there was any great advantage. Oh, I think he's handing the reins back to Matthew here. And will he decide to have a go? It looks like he's going to have a go at these reds. Can he find the gap here and go towards the two reds at the top of the table? He may have knocked that. No, it's not an easy plant. It's not an easy plant, but it's an opportunity again. We talk about that quite a lot. If sometimes you get handed an opportunity, some people take them, some people don't. Is this one for Matthew, and will he take it? That's a good shot from Matthew. It's a good shot. He was doing nothing more than making sure he made that plant. It looks like the red passes through the gap between the red and yellow in the middle of the table. It looks like he can just drop through. Maybe just come across and stop on the yellow ball closest to the right middle. That's fine. He's just come through the gap. Dropping this in the left middle, using the yellow as a stopper. This is going to be a good chance now for Matthew Schofield to get himself back in front in set number 3. Needs it to stop. It's okay. Yeah, he's looking good in this frame now. It's just a case of nothing too slack. No need to force it. Just one good positional shot for the black. I think he's got just the right angle here. Yep, that's okay. I think he would have liked to be maybe another inch closer, but that's absolutely fine. He'll be happy enough with that. And that's a great black and a great finish from Matthew Schofield, who takes the lead in set number 3. And back to the tie, as you can see, guys. 1-1 in sets, opening frame. Simon Ward and Chris Boron. Chris at the table on reds. He looks like he fancies these reds. It looks like he has to get low, down near the bottom cushion. And I don't know if he'll be trying to maybe leave it to last, or if he's got the angle to get on it right now, but it will be a tough ask to get on the one just above the middle pocket. So let's see what Chris is thinking here.
For Matthew Schofield to break, leading 2 frames to 1. Time running.
And we'll go back to the main table now, guys. We'll keep you updated on that match with Simon and Chris. And it's Matthew to break. And he's got a ball. He's got a couple of balls this time. That's a better break off. And has he got anything simple straight away? Is he on the red at the top end of the table? I think he is. I think he can just about play the red into the top right hand corner. His toughest shot after that is going to be to get himself on the black. There's obviously a lot of pool to be played before getting anywhere near that, but right now, getting on these reds is the most important thing. And he's missed it by a long way, guys. He actually played it thick. He played it in thick there, and I think the issue, I think he's trying to make sure he doesn't overcut the ball, and he ends up overcompensating, and unfortunately, well, it looks like they're getting the white clean. Maybe that was a bit of a bad contact. It didn't look like that at first glance, but maybe it straightened up a little bit. Maybe that's the reason why it looked like he cut it thick, but unfortunately for Matthew, he's given Gareth a chance to get to the table here. With a similar opportunity that he had a moment ago on these reds. Gareth's just looking at the pattern here on what way he's going to go about this finish. He's making sure, using up all the time he needs. Sometimes that is exactly what you have to do. Take your time, make sure. The red balls are in play. It's now a case of what shot Gareth plays to bring the black ball into play. As you're looking at the thin cut back. I think that's a tough shot. I think the yellow is in the way for that, so he's going to go upstairs right now. I think he would rather be a bit further down the table to try and play that shot. He's landed a very similar angle again, so I don't think that shot is on. Is the ball to the top? Oh no, can he play the cannon from that? Can he pot that, come down? And if he does, he would be, I think he would be unfortunate not to have a shot on the red in the middle of the table. Well, he's opted against it. It's looking like a double on the black now. I wasn't sure if the yellow was in the way. It's not in the way now. He's deliberately moved it out the way, and he's now got a double back into the big bag. The yellow over the pocket. It's a good indicator of the chance Gareth has here, so he's got no worries on the double. But just like Matt Schofield earlier on, he has to make sure he doesn't overcompensate. And he's playing for this gap. Just needs to drop this in, just bag weight. He's played it very well. It's a fantastic shot just to find that gap. Just making sure the red dropped and no more. And I think Gareth will use the full pocket here. Yep. Oh, brilliant finish, Gareth. The clever shot, guys, was the one to move the yellow in the middle of the table before his last red. It was a good shot. Opened the entire frame up. Here we go, guys, back to table one. Simon and Chris. Simon at the table here. Chris is 1-0 up in set number 3. And there's a bit of work to be done here. It looks like he's got a gap at the top of the table. Every yellow goes, so it looks like Simon's got a good chance in that frame.
Time running.
And we'll get back to the main table here with Gareth Hibbott to break. 2 frames all in set number 3. And Gareth with a monster break. Now, it looks like the yellow closest to the red at the bottom of the table will plant. And I think reds are the balls here. He should be able to drop on the red closest to the black spot. Or is he going yellows? Is he going yellows if he takes that in off the red? Yep, he's going yellows. That's even easier. Actually didn't spot that straight away. And I'm not afraid to let anyone know that I missed that shot. It's a good spot from Gareth. I thought the plant on the red, but there was obviously elements of difficulty in that, where the yellows, as soon as he clears this bag, every yellow becomes very, very easy. So it's easy saying that. Nothing is easy in this game. I think there's a load of guys out there that play loads of pool that can testify to that. It's only as easy as we make it. Good to see some of the people on the chat function again. Cheers for tuning in, guys. Cheers for the support. Great shot from Gareth. I think he's absolutely perfect here now. Just has to draw the white back a few inches. Just has to be careful when he plays it off the red here. In doing so, he doesn't want to cover the yellow. That goes into the bottom left-hand corner. He's controlled that super well. Fantastic shot from Gareth. It's very easy to let your arm go a bit too crazy there, and before you know it, you've covered the pocket at the opposite side. So, good controlled shot. I don't expect anything else from Gareth. He's a fantastic cueist, and he is on the brink of going 3-2 in front in set number 3 here. And Gareth Hibbott does go 3-2 in front in set number 3. And he is now massive favourite for that set and match, guys. And back to the other match just now between Simon Ward and Chris Boron. Another massive tie. Both guys playing outstanding, winning some mega matches on their way to facing each other. That is 1 each in sets, 1 each in frames. Simon is at the table right now. I think he's underdone that, sorry. I think was he maybe trying to come down and leave himself the one in the bottom right hand corner as we look at it right now. It looks like he's overdone it, so he's covered by the black.
Frame 6. Matt Schofield.
We'll get back to that frame, guys. We'll keep an eye on that score and keep you updated as we go back to the main table. Matt Schofield needs a good break here. He's got a yellow, he's got a ball, and he's got a chance, guys. He's got a chance, and it's a chance he needs to take. You feel he has to get these. You have to feel that Matt Schofield, to stay in this competition, has to get these, because there's no doubt if Gareth Hibbott gets back to the table the way it's set up, it could be all over. So Matt Schofield with a fantastic break-off shot and a fantastic chance to level up set number 3. Just has to make sure he chooses the right set of balls. He wants to get a good start off. And he looks like he's convinced himself on reds. He has to take these out, I feel. As you can see, the one closest to the black, it looks like it'll go in the bottom. It'll drop in the middle as well, but it looks really, really tough. It looks like he's looking at screwing into the black ball right now. If he does, he'll be on that red into the middle. And even better, he's on it in the bottom pocket. So that gives him options. Does he take it now? Does he go up the table? I think this is one of those gift horse in the mouth moments. Yep, I think this is a shot. You're on your bad ball, you need to get it out of there. And he's played it very well. That's a cracking shot. A wee bit of run inside, just to get himself beyond the black ball for the two reds at the bottom end of the table. And Matt Schofield has a great chance of getting himself right back in this set at 3 apiece. Just needs to keep controlled. He's got just enough angle, I think, here to push through. It's not as much as he would have liked, but I think he can just about take the white on and give himself every chance of finishing these reds. Yeah. He's played that very well indeed. He took no prisoners in that shot. Another inch and he would have been in real trouble, so he's played that perfectly. Just the right angle on the last red. That looks absolutely perfect to me. Doesn't have a whole lot to do to get himself back down the table. I think he's looking at playing left hand side and coming the opposite way. I think he's just played the gap. That's it. That's it. There's nothing. There's no reward in going crazy. Keep it simple. Giving yourself a shot is all you can do. And Matt Schofield levels up, set number 3. Cracking finish. Took them well, confident. A very, very good finish from Matt Schofield. As you can see, guys, Simon Ward 2-1 up in set number 3 in one of the other quarter-final matches. Cuesports on at the table. As I said, guys, 2 of these players have won some massive matches to get into this stage. So there is no doubt that match has all the makings of a classic. And keep your eyes peeled for that.
Frame 7. Gareth Hibbott to break. Frames are tied at 3 each. Time running.
So Gareth to break off here. Is he one good break away from the semi-finals? Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look. Oh, that white was close to the top pocket again. And it looks ominous now, guys. All Matt Schofield can do is sit in his seat and hope for a Gareth Hibbott mistake. So far it looks very, very unlikely. He's got a chance. He's got a few options here.
Attention, please.
I think yellows are the balls all day long. It's just about how he starts this off. I think the yellow in the middle of the red and yellow down the bottom. He has to screw out for the one into the middle. And he's played that perfectly. And this could be curtains for Matthew Schofield. Gareth is not usually one for making too many mistakes, especially when the balls are in such a situation. I think we'll be hard pushed here to see Matt Schofield get back to the table. Gareth needed a big break. Matthew needed something dry or awkward. It's gone the way of Gareth Hibbott. And the Godfather, as is known in the pool world, there's a fantastic chance to see this quarter-final match out, and in fine fashion indeed. So 2 yellows and the black ball away. Doesn't scream out anything too tough here that you can see a mistake happening. So Matthew Schofield sitting in his seat, hoping for the unlikely that Gareth would make some kind of mistake, but he's taken these fantastically well. I don't think we were in any doubt from the moment the balls broke. However, Gareth Hibbott making no mistakes, and this black ball puts Gareth Hibbott into the semi-finals of the IPA World Championships 2024. Congratulations, Gareth Hibbott, fantastic pull. Commiserations to Matthew Schofield, who has done phenomenally well, getting himself to the quarter-final stage. There's definitely no disregard for losing to such a player of Gareth Hibbott's abilities. He's just one of those players that just seems to keep doing it over and over and over, year after year. That was a fantastic performance from Gareth, and as I say, commiserations to Matthew Schofield. Great performance again, and Gareth is in the draw. And moving on to the semi-final, guys. So, and I'm going to pass you over now to the interview team with Mark.
Thanks, Stephen, and I'm joined by the Godfather, Gareth Hibbott. Gareth, first time on that stream table. Looks like both of you players stalled at the start of that match. Was that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely, Mark. Yeah, it's a lot slidier and quicker than the rest, but the cushions play a bit softer, so it's just getting used to the difference. Yeah, it's obviously I played on it a lot, but it seems different again this time. So.
And obviously the first set, do you think it was crucial to the way that the outcome that match went? I mean, probably Matthew probably deserved a set, to be honest.
Yeah, the first set was a little scrappy in the middle, I think, and I won a couple of scrappy frames, and obviously the next two were deciders and he didn't get a sniff, so that's just what you want. You just want one chance in these deciders, and I had two nice chances. So yeah, it's a shame. You could tell he looked nervous on a couple of shots, but he played well. He pulled out some nice finishes, just a couple of nervy shots, I think. But yeah, he was unlucky on the sets.
Yeah, I remember the last time he played on this TV tape, it was here in Newcastle. Obviously played the amateur final, he was on the losing end to a very good performance, but it didn't seem like he settled early on, and the dry breaks really deserted him, do you think? Or do you think that's what was a major factor?
Yeah, possibly, yeah. There was a few messy breaks, I think, yeah. Even when we were hitting them well, they were coming out a little bit messy, so there's only really, that last one was quite nice, and I think my previous one was pretty nice, but Matt's he had a few dry ones, and when he potted they weren't easy, so.
And on a personal note, you've already had a major tussle with Liam Dunster earlier on, and some of your other matches, this one seemed a little bit easier compared to some of the others.
My first match was a real struggle, Mark, to be honest. I was 2-1 down, and I just wasn't in the room. I had trouble with my eye, and I thought it was gone in the last 64, so young lad played really well against me, took a lot of chances, and just found something, and since then didn't get a sniff early against Liam. I was 4-1 down, and then I changed my break cue.
So
I brought two break cues.
8-2 behind.
Yeah, so yeah, I brought two break cues. The other one wasn't working, so I went to the room, got the other one, and started getting a few more chances. And in the last set, he missed a couple, which he doesn't normally do. And yeah, it was a long match, but it was a good result for me.
And obviously it's a distant memory, you playing that first match where your eyesight or your focus just isn't there. I mean, obviously now you're performing a little bit better, you feel a lot better in yourself, and who knows, could you repeat something that you did back in the day in 2016, was it?
It was, mate. Yeah. Well, I've had a couple of lives. I'm queuing all right. Just a couple of sloppy shots here and there, like everyone plays. But yeah, there's some big names left in, but there's some big names gone. So we'll have to see.
And I interviewed Mark Farnsworth previously before you went on, and I asked him about, do you look at the draw? Are you one to look at the draw? And also, has it shocked you with any of all the upsets that have happened so far?
Not really, because I mean, obviously I beat Liam, and I knew Liam can fall into the draw in a certain position, and he fell into my last 16 position where he wouldn't normally be if he hadn't left and come back and lost his points. So he's the one you want out of your place in the draw, and he turned up in mine. So I knew that would be tough if I got there, but obviously you're happy to be in the last 16. But when I was playing, I was hearing the score of Simon and Mark Boyle, and you always know Simon turns up at the World, so it was going to be a tough match for Mark anyway. So whoever won that is going to be hard to beat. So.
And semi-final appearance once again. I mean, you've got to be really proud of yourself. I mean, do you care who you play? I mean, I think it's quite evenly poised over there between Simon and Chris Bowen. It's one set apiece.
They're both obviously playing well to be in the World quarter-finals, so tomorrow's a new day. Probably got about 3 more matches to play tonight in all the various events, so I'll just make sure I get some sleep and go again tomorrow.
Yes, because what are you in? You've still got the seniors, the masters. You're still in the mixed doubles, are you as well?
I've only played. Yeah.
Is Viv still playing?
She's
I know she was in the quarter-final herself,
really
wasn't she?
Yeah, she's just not quite got on a black. I can see where she's doing over there, but yeah, she's done amazing to get to the quarters. So.
Yeah, and I know she's playing Chloe Payne. She's caused a couple of upsets of her own, beating Deb Birchall and Rachel Tucker.
I played her dad last night actually in the seniors.
Mark,
so, yeah. So they're a nice family. Yeah.
What are you going to do tonight now? Are you just going to go and support Viv, or just see if you're allowed a little bit of time off? But I think
she might have just lost actually,
that.
but she's done really well to get there. I think the girls just fist pumped somebody, so it might be over, but. Some effort to get to the quarters.
Yeah, definitely was, and that. So
I hope she gets a bit of a break, because she had a seniors match as well in between, so she probably could have done without that, I think. So.
Well, I'm sure you're looking forward to meeting up with her, discussing that, and no doubt we're going to see you in some sort of action, or we'll be talking about how it's going off in your match at some point throughout these next couple of days. And anyway, well done, Gareth Hibbott.